3 months have passed, but the horror of Grenfell is hard to forget. Especially when you hear Shenna's story, trapped on the 16th floor by smoke and fumes.
When I went to the corridor, I saw a lot of hot black smoke and didn't have the courage to come out because it was unbearable. We couldn't breathe in that smoke, and I thought, no, we're not going to make it.
After 3 hours and 3 failed attempts to escape, he tried a final time.
My windows was cracking up and my flat was on fire, and I thought rather than burning, my only chance is to take a chance on the stairs. We put a wet towel around our face. Unfortunately, there was a lot of, I don't know how many, but there was some dead people on the stairs.
Some did escape, but at least 5 survivors were treated for suspected hydrogen cyanide poisoning. The gas can be deadly, once used for executions in the US. It could well have come from soft furniture burning, but it turned out the foam insulation in the cladding on Grenfell Tower releases cyanide when burned, so it was taken off the market. Now though, we've discovered this exact type of insulation is installed in dozens of council properties in East London. 34 homes in Havering, including 9 sheltered accommodation units, have the foam in roofs and flooring. It came as worrying news to people living there.
It is frightening, but you think, means it's a new property.
Shouldn't have put it in the building, should they?
Shouldn't have put it in the building?
To start off with, should they really?
Nobody wants to know that where they live might be dangerous. So yes, it concerns me.
Have the council told you about this?
No. No. All they've done is told us to keep things sort of clear so you can get out quickly.
The product in question is called Celotex RS5000. It's a foam which has a polyisocyanurate, or PIR, core, which emits hydrogen cyanide when burned. It was taken off the market soon after the Grenfell fire, and now we've learned 4 more Celotex products containing PIR have been withdrawn after safety tests in early September. Celotex says it's offering its full cooperation to the ongoing government investigations. But one leading fire chemistry expert is deeply concerned the same insulation used in Grenfell Tower remains in sheltered accommodation we identified.
To me, it seems wrong that people who are incapacitated in one way or another, who take a lot longer to escape, are going to be endangered by the build-up of toxic gases as a result of this highly insulated building.
We've only been able to work out details about council accommodation with this foam. It's been impossible to discover how many private properties are affected. So it could be that there are many more Londoners living in homes with insulation that gives off cyanide if they catch fire. Havering Council insists the affected buildings are either bungalows or 2-storey houses, which have all passed safety inspections. It told us,
PIR insulation is widely used within the construction industry and is a component of most insulation materials. All these buildings have secondary escape routes as well as hardwired smoke and heat detection. The insulation below the floor is laid under a thick base of concrete. Consequently, the risk of ignition and spread of flame is mitigated.
the Grenfell Public Inquiry will investigate why so many died, but also focus on keeping everyone else as safe as possible in the future.
Well, Nick Beake, the fact that the foam emits cyanide when burnt is shocking enough, but what are the wide implications of it?
Well, Grenfell Tower has exposed many things that some experts were warning about for years and years. Apparently their warnings fell on deaf ears. Now, though, there is this wider realisation after the event that, for example, some insulation burns and gives off cyanide, and we're going to have to see what councils do next. We have, though, found that there is a 10-storey housing association block in Brent which has this same product, which, of course, has now been withdrawn. For the past 3 months or so, we've heard quite a lot about these tests to look at the flammability of both insulation and cladding. But one thing that struck me, Asad, as being hard to believe is that at the moment there is no limit or regulation on the toxicity of material. In other words, how poisonous the gases are if this stuff catches fire. The government has said that everything is under review now in light of the Grenfell Tower tragedy, and the priority in the future is keeping people safe in their homes.